The best of both worlds. Does it exist in the world of trading? Ish. In this week's episode, I want to look at a scenario where this person is expecting the best of both worlds. And in some cases, I get it, because if you are brand new, no experience, then maybe you think that this is possible. And again, I'll give you a little pass. Well, you don't get a pass anymore, because in this video, I'm going to tell you, no, that's not how this works. But up until this point, I'll say, if you are under the impression that this is some sort of viable method to approach the market in, then okay, I understand it. But if you have experience and then you're still expecting the best of both worlds, this is where, again, trader psychology, trader emotion, the whole point of the ClayTrader Mail video series really comes into play, because as we're about to see, this communication does a fantastic job of showing just how tricky the voices in our head can be, just how tricky the emotions can be that make us come across as very, very irrational. So let's get to this initial part of the communication. It was just simply an email that I got through my website. So this person says, "Hello Clay, I am in San Diego, originally from Utah. I got started trading 2 years ago after receiving a spam email to join Applebot. Obviously, I knew about binary options or Forex, but upon loading the software, I won $3,600 in 2 hours and I was hooked. I went on to look for binary platforms and joined a few, and in this first week, I made $29,000. I really had no idea as to what I was doing or what this was all derived from. I started out with one strategy, and then I discovered the Forex platform and signed up with MTI. I learned a few things with MTI, but I also developed a character flaw. I wouldn't put in the stop loss for logic that seemed to make sense at the time, but ultimately cost me dearly." In breaking down the first part of this communication, you signed up because you got some spam email about some trading bot, and that's what brought you into the world of binary options and all that sort of stuff. That's a little shaky to begin with. So I guess first learning lesson here, although I really hope I'm stating the obvious, spam emails that are promised to you some trading robot that can do this, that, and the other, and all you got to do is like press a button and work 5 minutes a day, and you're going to just move on, click the delete button. And then on top of this person starts to have some success. $3,600 and then $29,000. Although this is where the whole fascination about the human mind comes into play, because they acknowledge they've developed some character flaws. They became undisciplined. They weren't using stop losses, or maybe weren't using them like they should, and it cost them dearly. Now, this person never says that the $29,000 disappeared, but reading through the rest of the email, as you're about to see, pretty sure that's the case. Who knows? Maybe they lost even more than that. But character flaws costing them dearly, to the tune of probably at least $20,000. Like I said, I'm assuming it was all gone. But point here being, character flaws they recognize, taking big losses. So what is their solution to all of this? So now I've opened up an account with TD Ameritrade and thought I might apply the tools I learned with MTI to the futures. But I discovered another flaw. Now I'm afraid to execute the trades, and when I don't, I watch the trade do as I had predicted. The ideal outcome? I want to sit with an experienced trader and copy the trades to build my account and ultimately recover my losses at the same time building my account, so that it would allow me to comfortably put my time into more education. This is as honest as I can be. Now, first off, let's look at the good news. This person seems to be self-aware to a point. They know they have character flaws. They know they have things that they need to work on. So they do know that they need education. So like I said, good news there, and I do want to give credit where credit's due. This experience has, led them down the road of, I don't know what I'm doing. I have some flaws. I need to get educated. But I'm assuming you saw the huge, wow, best of both worlds. So this person's ideal outcome, and I get it, yeah, this would be a pretty great outcome, is to copy another trader, have that trader make money for them so that they can not only regain all the losses, but then make enough where they can then spend money on education. Now, does anybody, maybe you're thinking, well, there's a huge logic kind of pitfall and all that. The logic pitfall being, why in the world would this person ever want to pay for education if all they need to do is copy this trader? And then, I mean, they've not only wiped away all, according to this person's logic, they've not only wiped away all their losses, but now they've put them in the green to give them an opportunity to buy courses. But why would they want to spend that money to buy courses when they're making all this money? So that's a massive flaw in this person's logic. But let's move on to the other kind of glaring issue. If you're saying, Clay, what's the problem? Yeah, that's what I want. I'm looking for some buy-sell alert service where they're going to tell me when to buy, they're going to tell me when to sell, and then I'm going to grow my account, and then eventually I'll be able to, invest in education so I can learn for myself. Again, are you really ever going to learn for yourself if, this chat room, this newsletter, this whatever is always making you money? Of course not. That would be stupid on your part. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Don't let your mind trick you into thinking that that's what you're going to do. But the main thing here, don't fall into the pit trap of thinking that all these buy and sell and alert services are the key to success. If you honestly think that you can get text alerts and they're going to tell you what to do and you're going to make money to grow your account. So you're out there, on the golf course, oh, I just got a text alert, and you're doing all this, and hey, I just worked 15 minutes a day and I made a bunch of money. You have some pain coming your way. You're going to have to realize this through a difficult process. Now, do trading alerts, buy sells work every now and then? Yeah, and I have many other videos on this, so I'm not going to beat this dead horse. But with the way the market works, it's just not that easy. If it was that easy, everybody would be using that service. That service would be all over the news because, hey, all you got to do is sign up for this service and they grow your account. I mean, the trader behind it proclaims that they make like 80% a year. And not only that, but they have everybody that joins it makes 80% a year. Trust me, that would be all over the news. But it's not all over the news. Why? Because it doesn't work over the long haul. Copying somebody else's trade is just not how the market works. So learn, yes, but learn in just a very logical order. Don't put yourself in the surgeon's dilemma. I'll link a video of that down below. But yeah, you need to learn, but you gotta approach it in a logical manner. And if you've taken big losses, don't think that the solution is, well, let me just copy somebody else's trades to get my money back. That's the lazy man's approach. I don't mean to be too hard on the guy, but that's just a lazy approach. I lost all this money. Now I want to just ride the coattails of somebody else. Sure, time efficient, but very lazy and just not logical. So lots of different things going on here and a lot to learn from. But at the end of the day, isn't the human mind crazy? Maybe you're thinking, how could anybody ever use this type of logic? That just shows why we as traders, and I'm talking to myself too right now, we always need to be proactive against the voices in our head. We need to be, proactive against the logic we could be using, because human emotions are definitely a tricky thing. If you are interested in trading alongside me and other traders, then I do offer a private trading community known as the Inner Circle. So the two images that you see on the screen, the one image, if you click on it, it will take you to the Inner Circle page and give you all the details about it. The other is going to be a behind the scenes tour that I personally give, so you can see exactly what you are going to get with the subscription. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then go ahead, check it out, and by all means, let me know if you have any questions.